Hello. May 18th patch notes for Limbus have been released. We are getting ourselves the Yisang and Honglu Dimension Shredder Egos. Can't wait to see those numbers for the first time. We're also getting a Sinner target extraction for Faust, which is interesting. I guess they want you to be able to get the one who grips now that they've released Nuclear, so you can get that synergy going, maybe. And then the new egos will be available for pulling from extraction as well. So besides that, we also have the ending. So it's like a warning. If you have not claimed your Refraction Railway by paying the Anchorfelin modules in the Lost and Found, you need to, because you are going to miss out on these rewards. So it's just a last second warning. You have about 3 days, so it's not really last second. It's just last 3-day warning. And then Hell's Chicken will also be over. But coupon trading will be open until May 25th. So if you have not claimed your rewards yet, it's fine. Just focus on grinding the event if you have not reached the amount. And then you can claim your rewards anytime after that. No problem. And the Hell's Chicken stages will be placed into main story after the event is over. Interesting? I guess that's nice. That means the players will be able to see the story anytime. Yeah, that's pretty good. And on pre-registration rewards, this doesn't really matter to most of the players because you're already playing the game. But yeah, if you are thinking about joining Limbus company, if you're a new player, well, you have up until May 18th to be able to get all of these extra loots. Basically, it's just a bunch of stamina if you're a gacha player, and a bunch of pools here. Well, not really that many pools. It's about, I think, 3 to 4 pools. And then a 3-star Blade Lineage Isang. Even if you don't have him, you're not really missing out, honestly. Anyway, bug fixes. There are a few good ones here this time. I actually recognize a few here as being very good. So we got an issue where the normal skills could appear and be used during Ego Corrosion. That one was weird, because Ego Corrosion, you're supposed to get either the Panic or the Corrosion attack. But then there was normal skills appearing. That one was weird. And then there was a bug with Ebony Queen's Apple. It constantly generated more skill slots with the ability Shed Pain, so that one was weird. I never personally encountered this one, but I did see some of these bugs before, so at least that's getting fixed. Now this is the big one. When you forfeit or lose an abnormality encounter in dungeons, you now get to update the abnormalities info in the encyclopedia. When I first started this game, right, after I figured out the type weakness of the enemy, and then I left and I went back in and I clicked on the abnormality, it didn't show. So I was like, what the hell? But then now they're doing it. So now if you quit out and go back in and you already checked for the status weakness, or like the type weakness, then you will be able to see it again. Well, that's what I'm getting from this at least. I'm not sure if this applies for Railway though, because it only says in dungeons. It's very broad term, dungeons. I don't really know what they're referring to here. But yeah. Besides that, the rest are just kind of weird bug fixes. Like, there was one where Sous Chef Gregor's skill Butcher Vienne applied to enemies, so he was healing your enemies, making him even worse than before. Yeah, a bit weird. This one is also quite annoying. Sometimes I want to see what my total damage dealt by Ninclair is, but apparently the total damage number could be omitted for some reason. Yeah, the damage calculation was fine. I had to just mentally calculate each hit that Ninclair was doing, and that was a pain in the ass. I really like that total damage display, and I'm glad they're fixing that. Besides that, everything else is just whatever, really. And we also got some UI improvements for Dantes notes. I will be reading through those once all of the notes are out. Apparently, it's gonna take a while before all the notes are out. From what I've seen so far, quick glances just tell me that this is most of the lore knowledge that you should know from playing Ruina and LobCorp, or reading any of their books, or webtoons, or comics, or whatever. But basically, it's talking about wings. What are they? Or what are we doing here? What is L Corp? Why are we the L Corp bus? Blah blah blah. So far, I'm just kind of waiting to see if there's anything other than what I already know, because I already know most of the stuff from playing the previous games. And then lastly, we'll get 300 Lunacy. So quick patch notes here. This The review for these guys will have to wait until I get the preview first. I really have no clue what they could be. I'm a little bit hopeful for Rupture maybe, because if it's Rupture, right, then we finally have our first Rupture synergies. And if we don't have Rupture, then maybe it could be Charge Base. Then it could help the W Corp gang also. Because W Corp gang, really, we only got W Dawn as our biggest performer as of this railway. She's the one with the most damage. I think I talked about this before, but basically the other W Corpers are just kind of mediocre compared to Faust, so maybe releasing some DPS W Corpers will also allow us to kind of formulate a W Corp team. Maybe something like if you have a lot of charge in your party, all W Corps gain damage, maybe something along those lines. If you can get something like that, then hey, then the W Corp gang could actually be a legitimate DPS team to help get low turn clears on Railway. Otherwise, I really don't know what else they can be used for. But we'll see what P-Moon has plans for. I'm sure P-Moon has already planned like what they want W Corp for, or they have no clue what they're doing and they're just gonna like get it at the end. Reminds me of how they released Gebura or Bleed in the initial Library of Ruina, where they were just super busted, and then after that they had to just nerf a bunch of times. So I really don't know, man. Like, let's hope. I'm hoping for Rupture. Yeah, Rupture or W Corp synergy, so that we can see some of these teams start to pop off. Because right now, I think we are mainly just using big DPS teams. Give them more actions. Boom, 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 boom. DPS, and that's our main strat. Yeah. So let's hope we can see some interesting combinations. I think the NCorp one was a really good lore wise and really good synergy wise, in my opinion. I really like how they designed the NCorp gang. So I'm hoping that the W Corp gang or this new Rupture gang may be able to give us a bit more variety. But yeah, that's it for this patch notes. Nothing too big. For Faust, if you do not have the one who grips Faust, maybe you want to consider pulling for her before the end of the season. And for these two, I will review them when I get the preview and the numbers. So yeah. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Leave a comment if you have any opinions or you want to see anything.